Hi, my name is Gareth Thompson. I'm the manager of the Property Management Department at Walton Robinson. Today we're going to be talking about what to do when you're moving out of your rental property in the summer. With summer just around the corner, we know that for many of our tenants this means the end of term and that you're going to be moving out of your current rental property. One thing at the forefront of your mind will be how to get your full damage deposit back at the end of your tenancy. Hopefully I can offer some guidance on how. First thing to consider is, has everybody on your tenancy paid their full rent and utility bills? All of our tenancies are on a joint several and liable basis, which means that if one of you is in arrears, then you're all in arrears. Anything that's outstanding at the end of your tenancy will be deducted from your deposit. So, we would recommend that you all check your payment schedules, check your bank accounts and make sure all payments have been made for both rent and your utility bills. If you want to be completely sure, then contact your property supervisor and they'll be able to advise on any outstanding payments on your account. Next, are there any outstanding invoices for maintenance works or call-outs that have occurred during your tenancy? If the tenancy ends and we have not received payment for these, then we will be putting forward deductions from your deposit to cover the amounts. If you aren't sure if you currently have any outstanding payments on your property, then again, just contact your property supervisor and they will be able to advise you on this. Finally, have you left the property in the same condition it was at the start of your tenancy? If any cleaning, decoration or maintenance work is required at the end of your tenancy, you may be held responsible for the cost of this, although we will take into account any fair wear and tear that may have occurred. The best way to ensure that you get your full deposit back and are not charged for any works is to take your inventory, which you received at the start of the tenancy, go around the property and make sure everything is left in the same condition. This is basically what we do when we conduct our checkout inspection. The checkout inspection will generally take place the day after the tenancy has ended or as close to as possible. Please bear in mind that this does mean you will not be able to re-enter the property to resolve any issues we pick up on the checkout inspection, so make sure you are incredibly thorough when going around and doing your own checks. The majority of our properties are pre-let, which means we only have a few days in which to get the properties ready for the tenants to move in. This means we have to get contractors in straight away to avoid any delays in the new tenancy starting. As soon as we get through the cost of the work, we will send through a breakdown to the lead tenant so you're aware of what deductions we're proposing to take from your deposit. We will try to complete this process as quickly as possible so you're not waiting too long to receive what monies you are owed. One of the main questions we get asked is what constitutes as fair wear and tear. Anything that has been damaged by the tenants that could have been avoided would not be classed as fair wear and tear. For example, if a door handle is loose or a lock is sticky, this is not something that has been caused by the tenants, so it will be classed as fair wear and tear. However, if we find that a wall needs to be decorated because the tenants have been sticking up posters using blue tack, then this would not be classed as fair wear and tear, as it is negligent and could have been avoided. In order to help you to have the best chance of getting your deposit returned to you, here are a few points that you should consider. Light bulbs. Your tenancy agreement states that light bulbs are the responsibility of the tenants. So before you leave, we recommend checking all light bulbs in your property you're working to avoid any unnecessary charges. Cleaning. The best time to clean your property is once everything you own has been packed up and removed from the property. Most tenants will give the property a once over, but if things haven't been kept on top of during the tenancy, this might not be enough to make sure it is clean enough for new tenants to move in. Areas in particular that we find tend to get missed are skirting boards, under or behind furniture, windowsills and frames, blinds, high level, such as on top of cupboards and wardrobes, defrosting and cleaning the freezer, deep cleaning of the oven, and the washing machine, including the tray. Make sure all of your keys are returned to the office on the day your tenancy is due to end. If you are not able to make it to the office before closing, then make sure you place the keys into an envelope which states the property address and posted it through our door, so we have received them before the inspection starts. We recommend having an appointed person who will return all of the keys at the same time rather than dropping each set in individually. If keys are not returned on time, new ones will need to be cut to make sure we have enough for the incoming tenants. Take everything with you. When you are going through your inventory, please make sure you take with you anything that is not listed, unless it has been provided by the landlord during your tenancy. You might think you are doing the next tenants a favour by leaving toasters or clothes errors, but by leaving them in the property, you'll be causing the landlord to be liable for replacing them if they were to become damaged. Therefore, any such items will be removed and you will be charged for the removal of these items. We want the process of returning your deposit to be as quick and easy as possible. The best way for you to help us do this is by leaving the property in a good condition when you leave. And hopefully, you now know the best way to do this. If you still have any questions on the end of tenancy procedures, then please contact your property supervisor and they'll be happy to discuss this with you in more detail. We really hope you've enjoyed your tenancy with us, and we hope you have a really good summer and hopefully see you again next year.